from the tap to tales galore. Oh, taste of stories, spinning yeast and grain. Mr. B goes round the world again. So if you like, then stick around. Cheers to the nights we banished all our fears. Mr. B will raise the bar, you bet. With every pint of ale we won't forget.
Hello, welcome back to the channel. So, I bought a Pinter, and what influenced me to buy this was it's a trooper. It's an Iron Maiden Pinter that they've done a collab with. I was thinking of getting the Pinter anyway because I wanted to do some small batch home brewing, like cask recipes. So I was looking at getting one, and then this came out, and as you can see, I just thought the packaging was amazing. The actual Pinter looks fantastic, and as you can see at the start of this video, it's just really trooper Pinter porn for me. I just thought it was just fantastic. The image, the charge of the light brigade, the actual trooper Eddie on the front. It's all nice. It's embossed. It's not stickers. It is just a great looking, well-made machine, and I'm pleased that I've actually. Well, it wasn't actually me that bought it. I have to say, it was bought for me by my children and Mrs. B for Father's Day. So I did get it a little bit early, as Father's Day is this coming Sunday. But I was too eager, and they let me open it and got the brew on. So this video really, apart from all this first the packaging porn, I'll call it, is following the app to the letter for the actual mix of the Pinter. It's the extract. It's a trooper extract. I couldn't see on there anywhere it said related to Robinson's, but trooper to me, the original trooper is Robinson's. And look at that glass as well. Love the glass. I've got trooper glasses, and now I've got the Pinter trooper glass. And that just looks great, that machine. Anyway, let's get looking at what I'm going to do for the brew. So like I say, I followed it to the letter, followed the app, which I'd recommend any new brewer to the Pinter to do. Also join Facebook, Pinter Facebook page. Lots of advice on there if you need it. But like I say, my reason now is looking at actual doing all grain brews in this. So let's get through the actual thing. So you can see that it's trooper, approximately 4.7. I've not done any of what I'd normally do on my home brews measurements, just gone straight through. It's got the spark yeast, which is a good yeast for temperature. And the first thing I did was put that liquid malt into some warm water, and then you have to start purifying. So the first stage of the Pinter is to purify. Move that dial to 5. I'm just following now the instructions on the app. Take all the parts off, make sure your handle's removed, make sure that knob on the tap is tight, get the purifier, you'll put that straight into your Pinter, and then you need to add hot tap water to the fill line. And the fill line, that black line you can just about see there, so you get it filled, put the cap back on, and then push that handle down, showing you in that graphic there, and give it a good shake. And believe me, it's got a little bit of weight in it, so give it a good shake. Put the brewing dock on then, and then need to make sure it's lined up, turn it over, and you'll hear it glugging into the bottom of that brewing dock, and that's going to get purified. For me, it's sanitizing. It's all about sanitizing. Make sure everything's clean, make sure everything's sanitized. Turn that dial on the carbonation to off so you can get some purifier through there. Pour it through the tap into the sink, as I'm doing. Just make sure that's purified, and then empty the vessel. And then you're pretty much ready to go. As I'm following the instructions as they are. So start to brew. So like I said, I've had that liquid in that warm water. I use bottled water. I use 5.6 litres of Tesco bottled water. So that took me to the fill line. Added in my liquid malt, the trooper malt, and then that was nice and warm. Sprinkle the yeast on top. This is so simple, really is simple. Get the yeast in there, put that top back on, line up your handle and give it a good old shake again. Go for about a minute with shaking. Then you need to click the brewing dock into place, you'll hear it click, make sure it's lined up, and you're ready to start the brewing. So for me, I went with I think it's a 7 days brewing and 5 days conditioning. You can choose that on the app. So then after 7 days, you move to conditioning. And this is the bit where you get it back out after 7 days, you unlock the brewing dock, really simple, no struggle whatsoever. And you see that a bit of pressure, and that leaves behind your trub and your yeast, a little bit of beer and the proteins. Clean out the brewing dock as instructed, and then I use sanitizer, and I cleaned out my cap. So I sprayed it all over, sanitizer, making sure it's all sanitary again, and then you put it back in, all together with your cap, your tap, in the fridge for 5 days, and then it's tapping. So it's tapping time after 5 days, following the app. Like I say, I've done nothing but followed the app. Tapped it, really low pressure on that handle, just let it come out slowly. It wasn't pouring too slow, it was just the fact that I was letting it pour slow. I've seen so many times when it's just fobs and you get a load of foam on the first pour. None of that problem here whatsoever. Poured really, really well. I was really pleased with that pour. A lovely little head on there. So yeah, that went well. For the first pour for me from the Pinter, I was pleased with that. And that is 100% my first pour. Welcome to a world of fresh beer. So there you go, there's the beer in the glass. And I was impressed, very impressed with the look of it. Taste-wise, the carbonation looks fantastic. Nice malt, toffee notes, slight bitterness, pleasant, good carbonation, but it does have a twang, a slight homebrew twang. But would I use it? Would I do it again? I would, but next time I'd brew longer and condition longer. And there you go, that's the Pinter for me. Cheers, I'll see you on the next one.
So if you like, then stick around. Cheers to the nights we banished all our fears. Mr. B will raise the bar, you bet. With every pint of ale we won't forget.